It's going to be video and audio. And that's okay that I video you?
That's fine.
Okay. Well, one of the questions I have is, do you believe that any service or product should be provided to someone on a violent basis?
Absolutely not.
Are there any exceptions to that?
Oh, Lord. I'd have to think about that.
Is it ever acceptable, or justified, or moral to force somebody to pay for a service they may or may not want?
No.
No, okay.
No.
Okay, so it's...
I didn't know if that was a trick question.
Well, you're not a politician.
Okay.
So you wouldn't think it was a trick question. Most politicians would be, where the hell are you going with this? Just answer. So, government, being that they're just a group of men and women providing a service on a compulsory basis, right? You pay, you go to jail. Would that be something that you could support now?
That you pay and you go to... Wait,
well, you either pay for this government services,
pay for the government, or you go to jail. Yeah, that doesn't sound too good.
So would that conflict with what we just, you're...
Yes.
Okay.
It would.
So at this point, it would be easy. You're with me. So basically, we could say that. What was your name?
Lauren.
Lauren.
Yeah.
Basically, we could say that you are now an anarchist.
I have been for quite some time. So
oh.
Now I'm just making it public. So
you have been.
I have been for a long time.
So you're already.
Yeah.
All right, and you don't mind that I record you for the show?
No.
All right, great. Let me ask you a couple of questions, and I want them unrehearsed, of course. Okay, that's why we're doing it this way. Should a service or product be provided to a customer on a violent basis?
I have no idea.
You don't. So is it okay to use violence, for one man to use violence to get another man to pay for a service he may or may not want?
No.
It's not right.
No.
So is it okay for, let's say, 10 people to use violence against one to get them to pay for a service he may not? Okay. Are there any exceptions to that, you think?
No.
So it's not okay to use violence to get people to pay for services?
No.
Okay. Now, looking at government, isn't that just a group of men and women providing a service on a compulsory basis?
Yes.
So, does the way government does business and operates conflict with your original position that we shouldn't use violence to provide services?
Well, I don't agree with the government.
Are you already an anarchist?
Eh?
Oh, what the? Did it? Okay. So you're already... Oh, gosh. Okay, thank you.
Charlie.
Charlie, and it's okay to record you?
Sure.
Great, and you're a vendor here?
Yeah.
It's a little promotion. What's your booth?
I'm a chiropractor.
Oh, you're a chiropractor.
Yeah, so I'm doing some marketing and free massage and things like that.
Well, then this works out just great.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Is it moral or justified, or would you think it was proper to force someone to pay for a service they may or may not want?
No.
No. Do you think there's any exception to that? If there's, like, say, 10 people who want to force someone to pay for a service or product they don't want?
No.
No? So, government being that it's just a group of men and women forcing people to pay for their services, not a good idea?
I would say in a lot of cases you're probably onto something there.
Well, if all government support is compulsory, right? You have no choice. You either pay or you go to jail or you get killed in the process. So that conflicts with your basic belief that you shouldn't force people to pay for services. So would you agree that you're an anarchist? Well, let me. An anarchist is just someone who believes in voluntary interaction with everybody.
Yeah, it's a kind of a. It's got a stigma associated with being an anarchist.
But when I ask you if you're an anarchist, it has to do with you believe that all human interaction should be voluntary and there should be no government.
Well, I think in theory that'd be great if we could get by. Yeah.
So do you believe that all human interaction should be voluntary, not at all?
It should be.
It should be, okay.
Yeah.
And government being that it's compulsory, would you be for the abolition of government?
In its current state, I think there's always exceptions, but the founding fathers, obviously, the minimal the government, the better, and I think that's what we should have. I think
so you should have a minimum of violence that you inflict on people to pay for services.
It's just kind of one of those things that obviously the government exists and it always has existed. It's hard to imagine what a world would be like without a government, but.
Well, if we believe that human interaction should be voluntary and it's wrong to force people to pay for services, then we would be naturally against any service, whether it's called government or Walmart, that provides services on a compulsory basis.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're we're kind of stuck if you're...
Okay, well, let's just say that anarchy, that voluntary interaction and no government is consistent with your core belief that no service should be provided on a compulsory basis.
Sure. I mean, yeah, I can agree
So you
with
really
that.
are an anarchist.
Sure.
Okay.
If that's the only that's the only definition, then sure.
That's the real definition.
You
So
know?
that's what we'll go by.
Yeah,
All right.
sure.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
No
it.
problem.